Welcome to Learn Commerce PU online classes. Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.
Hello my dear students, welcome back to First Commerce Accountancy online classes. Dear student, now we are able to prepare trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. But the thing is, in the previous chapter, means chapter 9, just about the preparation of trading account separately or the preparation of profit and loss account in the separate format means and balance sheet in the separate route means separate question. So let's but we want the financial statement in one format. So by just seeing a trial balance, we should be able to prepare trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. So this chapter 10, financial statement part 2, give complete explanation about the preparation of financial statement. So we know that financial statement includes 3 separate accounts. One is trading, profit and loss account, balance sheet. So to prepare these accounts, we require proper trial balance, to tally the trial balance. So to prepare a financial statement, some adjustment entry is also required, adjustments. But to know more about those adjustments, we need to understand some of the important basic terms. For example, what is bad debts? What is provision? What is depreciation? What is accrued interest on investment? What is outstanding expenses? What is prepaid expenses? What is manager's commission? How we can calculate manager commission? And how we can prepare this trading, profit and loss account and balance sheet. And we know that is very important, that type of question. Say for example, prepare financial statement for the year ending of Mr. Shivaji. If such question is given in the illustration, that such type of questions carries 12 marks. So 12 marks is very important. Na? So to score 12 out of 12, we should know some of the important terms and we should know the format of all these trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet, and we should know the meaning of different terms and all. So in this class we will discuss about the basic important terms and how we can prepare trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Let's move. My dear student, in chapter 9 you learned about the preparation of simple final accounts in the format of trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet. In the chapter 9, we had discussed about the preparation of trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet in the separate format. Means separately we prepared these 3 accounts. Let's start this 10th chapter, financial statement part 2, very interesting chapter if you show good interest to learn. While, see, ascertaining the profitability, the revenues be considered on earned basis and not on the receipt basis, and the expenses be considered on incurred basis and not on paid basis. So many items need some adjustments while preparing financial statement. So in this chapter we will discuss all items which require some adjustments and the way these are brought into the books of accounts and incorporated in the final accounts. So the final aim of an accountant in an organization is to prepare the financial statements. So we know that financial statement includes 3 important accounts, that is trading account, profit and loss account and even balance sheet. So when we in the previous class, all the questions are related to 6 marks, that is just to prepare trading account or prepare profit and loss account or prepare balance sheet. But this financial statement part 2 carries, means in this chapter 12 marks important questions are there. So ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುವ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ಗಳು 12 ಮಾರ್ಕ್ಸಿಗೆ and 2 marks like give a note on closing stock, what is outstanding expense, like that concepts. So here we need to understand some important basic terms how we discussed in the chapter 9. So here also we need to discuss some important basic term. Under that, the first one is closing stock. Actually, you know this meaning in a simple form, but in the accounting format or in the accounting meaning, what is closing stock? Closing stock represent the cost of unsold goods. Closing stock represent what? Unsold goods, which is lying in the business at the end of the accounting period. At the end of the accounting period ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸೇಲ್ ಆಗದೆ ಉಳಿದಿರುವ ವಸ್ತುಗಳನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್, you know this meaning. Outstanding, last year expense, not means last month payment not yet paid. When expenses of an accounting period remain unpaid at the end of the accounting period, they are termed as outstanding expenses. For example, outstanding rent, outstanding salary, these are outstanding wages. These are the examples for what? Outstanding expenses. Next one, prepaid expenses. What is prepaid expenses? Already you paid such expenses, means the portion of the expenses paid in advance, means paid in current year, which relates to the next accounting year, is known as what? Prepaid expense. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟಿಗೆ ಪೇ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿದ್ದ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಯು ಪೇಡ್ ಇನ್ ದಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಪೀರಿಯಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಸೆಲ್ಫ್. ಸೊ ಇದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್, ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ರೆಂಟ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಇಯರ್ ನನಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ, ಈ ವರ್ಷ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಇದೆ, ನೀವು ಪೇ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಿ, ಆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗಳು ಅಸೆಟ್ಗಳು, ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗಳು ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿಗಳು. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟಲ್ಲಿ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಸೈಡ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೀಪೇಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. Accrued income, one more important term you should know, that is accrued income. Certain items of income such as interest on investment, commission, which earned during current accounting year but have not been actually received by the end of the same year, are known as accrued income or outstanding income. Actually ನಿಮಗೆ ಆ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅರ್ನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಬಟ್ ಯು ನಾಟ್ ಇಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಕ್ರೂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್, ನಮಗೆ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಬಟ್ ನಾವು ಇನ್ನೂ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನು ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. ಸೊ ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್. ಒಂದು ಅಕ್ರೂಡ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್, ಅನದರ್ ಒನ್ ಇನ್ಕಮ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್. ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದಿಸ್? Advance receipt. So the portion of income received in the current year which belongs to the next accounting year is termed as what? Interest received in advance. And the next one, very important, depreciation. It's very simple. You know this meaning. Depreciation means what? Decline in the book value of the asset of an asset because of wear and tear, use or obsolescence or passage of time. Because of this, some assets, ಎಸ್ಪೆಷಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ಡ್ ಅಸೆಟ್ಸ್ಗಳ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಡೌನ್ ಆದರೆ ಅದನ್ನು ಡೌನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಒಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ದ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್, ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್. ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೇನು? ಇನ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ನಾವು ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ಸ್ ರೆಫರ್ಸ್ ಟು ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ದಟ್ is not, that firm has not been able to recover from its debtor. ಕೊಟ್ಟ ಸಾಲವನ್ನ ಹಿಂದೆ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಕ್ಕೆ ಸಾಮರ್ಥ್ಯ ಇಲ್ಲದೆ ಇದ್ದಾಗ, ನಮಗೆ ಸಾಧ್ಯನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಆ ಡೆಟ್ಟರ್ ನಮಗೆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ಗೆ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಆ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನು ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ? ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್. If the debtor is not able to return that amount or the firm is not able to take back the amount from the debtor, then that amount is called as what? Bad debt. The next one is provision for bad debt. Provision for bad debt, and you can say doubtful debts. So provision made to provide for the estimated portion of current year's debt which may not be realized in the future. It is called as what? Provision for bad debts. So provision, sometimes ನಾವು ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ಗೆ, ಡೌಟ್ಫುಲ್ ಡೆಟ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಅಂತ ರಿಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿಡಬೇಕಾಗತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ such items, such amount is called as what? Provision for bad debts. Next one, manager's commission. Manager's commission. It is this commission given to the manager of the business. Commission is given at a certain percentage which is already discussed and decided by the organization. So commission is given at a certain percentage on net profits of the income. Net profits ಮೇಲೆ managers commission ಅನ್ನ provide ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. To whom? To the manager. So the percentage of the commission is applied on the profit either before charging such commission or after charging such commission. Say for example, before charging commission agutte, after charging commission agutte. Suppose net profit of the business, here I'll explain with the illustration with a small example. Say for example, net profit of the business. Net profit of the business is rupees 110. That is before charging commission. Before charging commission. Before charging commission. If the manager is entitled to 10%, so commission 10%, charging of the profit before charging such commission. So before charging such commission anta enadru illustration alli kottidre, how we can calculate manager commission for this net profit amount? See, like in this way, 110 into 10 by 100. So 11 is manager commission. So means here one formula, profit before commission into rate of commission divided by 100. Before charging commission, profit before commission into rate of commission divided by 100. So say for example, after charging commission, same this commission is need to calculate after charging commission. After charging commission, after charging commission, then you have to follow formula profit after charging commission means you have to add 100 plus 10. In that way you have to calculate, means profit before means rate of commission divided by 100, after means rate of after commission, rate divided by 100 plus again rate commission 10. So say for example, take this same example, 110 into 10 by 110. So the answer is 10. Commission amount is 10. Like this, in this way you have to calculate manager commission. Before charging you have to follow this formula, profit before commission into rate of commission divided by 100. Ade profit after charging commission kelidre 100 means profit after commission into 10 divided by 110. So that in the this is the formula to calculate manager's commission. And the next one is interest on capital. Interest on capital means It is interest provided on owner's capital. It is treated as expense for the organization. Interest on capital is expense for the organization. Then some adjustment or adjusting entries. See the next concept, term adjustment. Adjustment or adjusting entries are the entries made to adjust certain items such as closing stock or outstanding expenses, depreciation, appreciation, at the time of preparation of financial statement. So these are the important terms we should know before solving the questions which carries 12 marks. And some important notes you should know: prepaid expenses are shown on asset side, and outstanding expenses are considered as what? Liabilities. You know the examples of current assets and all, right? Bills receivable or debtor, stock, the cash, these are all the examples for assets. That is what? Current asset. Let's solve some important questions which comes under financial statement part 2. All these questions carries 12 marks and all are very very important concepts. ನಮ್ಮ ಹೋಲ್ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ದಿಸ್ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಹೇಗೆ ನಾವು ಜರ್ನಲ್ ಎಂಟ್ರೀಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅವರ್ ಬೇಸಿಕ್. ಹಾಗೇನೆ ಬಿಗಿನಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿಂದ ನಾವು ಹೇಳ್ತಿರೋದು ಒಂದೇ, ಅಕೌಂಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಯಾಕೆ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಇವಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅದೇ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇವೆ, ಪ್ರಿಪರೇಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ಫಿನಾನ್ಷಿಯಲ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಯು ನೋ, to prepare financial statement we require trial balance. So tallied trial balance through we can prepare. So what are the informations are given in the trial balance, that is what tallied trial balance. We can collect, we can take the information from this trial balance and we can prepare trading and profit and loss account, means, and even balance sheet. All the revenues and expenses items are recorded in trading and profit and loss account, and all assets and liabilities are recorded in the balance sheet of the firm. And here we require some adjustment entries also, like this adjustment. Stock information relates to closing stock. If any prepaid expenses are there, if any outstanding expenses or outstanding income or any depreciation or any provision, PDD, like PDD at 5%. These are the important adjustment. You can expect these adjustment in the while preparing exam. ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ಗೆ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಆಗಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಈ ಥರ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಒಬ್ಸರ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ರಿಪೀಟೆಡ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳು ಜಾಸ್ತಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿಗೆ. ಸೊ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ವ್ಯೂ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ದ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಇಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್: 12 marks problems. From the following trial balance, prepare trading account and profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March 2016 and balance sheet as on the date. Capital credit column allide, drawings, purchases and sales. Here you should know purchases comes under debit and sales credit. Stock, you know the trial balance classification, right? You know how to prepare trial balance, how you can record that concerned amount in the concerned column, means concerned transaction in the concerned column, right? Purchases bandaga debit, sales bandaga credit, purchase returns bandaga credit, sales return bandaga debit, that we studied. So returns 280, this is what purchase sales return. Then this column purchase return, wages 800, buildings, freight charges, trade expenses, advertisement, interest, taxes. Here see the interest amount. Here interest amount is given on the credit side. So what you should analyze, how you can analyze this point: if credit side amount is given, then you should consider that amount as income, not paid. Interest paid alla, idu interest received, because credit side alli kottidare, credit column alli amount anna kottidare, hagagi idu eno income anta artha. So taxes and insurance, debtors and creditors, debit column debtors, credit column creditors, bills receivable, debit column, bills payable, credit column, cash at bank, cash in hand, salaries. Total 48,000. Trial balance shows 48,000. Let's see the adjustment. See, one point, very important point. Here these adjustments are there, right? Total 5 adjustments are there. All these 5 adjustments should record twice in a separate book. Twice. ಅದು ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು ಆರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು. ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಆಗಿರಲಿ 2 ಸಲ ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೇ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ರೀಕಾಲ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ದೇರ್ ಯು ವಿಲ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ closing stock comes under trading account, and just recall the format of balance sheet. There also we should record closing stock, correct, right? So this closing stock comes once while preparing trading account, and secondly while preparing balance sheet we should record under balance sheet asset side, like that. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಈ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ಗಳು 2 ಸಲ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗತ್ತೆ ಸಪರೇಟ್ ಸ್ಟೇಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಲ್ಲಿ. ಒಂದು ಹೇಗೆ 2 ಸಲ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಒಂದ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. ಹೇಗೆ ಇರಲಿ, ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಕೌಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಇರಲಿ, ನಾವು 2 ಸಲ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೀಪೇಯ್ಡ್, ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಪ್ರೀಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ಶೂರೆನ್ಸ್ ಪ್ರೀಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ವೆರಿ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್, ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಕೇರ್ಫುಲಿ. ಆಲ್ ಪ್ರೀಪೇಯ್ಡ್ expenses will be deducted from the concerned account, and all outstanding expenses are added to the concerned amount, concerned transaction. So once in profit and loss account, another time under balance sheet under asset side. ಪ್ರೀಪೇಯ್ಡ್ಗಳನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. ಸೊ ಅಸೆಟ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ದಿಸ್ ಈಸ್ ವಾಟ್ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಸೊ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಆ್ಯಡ್ ಟು ದ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಒನ್ಸ್, ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಅನದರ್ ಟೈಮ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್, ದಿಸ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ while when we preparing the balance sheet. Under liability side we should record this transaction. Depreciate a building. Depreciation is considered as what? Expense. So ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟಿನ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸ್ ಸೈಡಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್, ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಮೇಲೆ 5% ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಾಲಮಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಶುಡ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ದಿಸ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್, this adjustment when preparing balance sheet. We should deduct this amount from the buildings amount. Next, provide PDD. This is what? Expense for the organization. Provision expense ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. So expense ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, another time balance sheet debtors ಇಂದ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Let's see once again. See this trial balance, and all these adjustments should record twice in separate statement. ಒಂದ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. ಇನ್ ದಿಸ್ ವೇ ಏನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ನಾವು ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ದೆನ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್, ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟನ್ನು ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ದ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಪಾರ್ಟ್. So first step, preparing trading account. See, trading account, profit and loss account ಒಂದೇ account under ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Let's see. Write the heading: debit, credit, trading, profit and loss account for the year ending 31st March 16. Expenses or losses amount in rupees. Revenues or gains amount in rupees. Correct? So starting from trading account, opening ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ? ಸೊ ಟು ಓಪನಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್. See the format of trading account to opening stock. Opening stock information is given in the trial balance. Just check once. 1200. Format ಅನ್ನ ಮುಂದೆ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ ಥ್ರೂ ಫಾಲೋ ಮಾಡಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಟು ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ 8900. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ನಾನು ಅವಾಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ನೋಡ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ರಿಟರ್ನ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಷ್ಟು ರಿಟರ್ನ್ ಇದೆ? ಸಿ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ 450 ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ 8450 ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ ಏನಿದೆ ನೋಡಿ, ಟು ವೇಜಸ್. ದಿಸ್ ವೇಜಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರಿಲೇಟ್ಸ್ ಟು ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಎನಿ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ವೇಜಸ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಂತ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ವೇಜಸ್ಗೆ ರಿಲೇಟೆಡ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ಲಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್. Next, freight charges. Dear student, once again go through the format of trading account, format of profit and loss account and balance sheet. Next, move to solve this sum and you will get exactly about how you can prepare profit and loss or trading account and balance sheet. Freight charges amount is given 2000. There is no adjustment related to these items. ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ತೀರಿ? ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ. ಸೊ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್. Buy sales returns is there or not? Just check that. Yes, here return is there. 15,000 amount right in a column. Then deduct the amount less returns. How much? 280. Write the amount in amount column 14,720. Then one item you should record here. What is that? Closing stock. Correct? See the format once again, dear student, don't be confused here. Correct agi ನೀವು ಫಾರ್ಮೇಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕಲ್ತ್ರೆ ಇದು ತುಂಬಾ ಈಸಿ ಆದ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್. 10,000. Next, what is the step? What is the next step? Totaling. Correct? Totaling. You know greater amount should write under both side. Here shows 24,720. So write down under both side 24,720. You have to deduct these amounts. You will get 12,270. Calculate, use calculator. To gross profit carried down. If your revenue is greater than your expense, then it is what? Gross profit. So that amount should brought down here by gross profit brought down. What is the amount below the total? 12,270. Correct? 12,270. Then you should consider the items which relates to profit and loss account. Two salaries. The first item, two salaries. Is there any adjustment? Just see. Yes, here adjustment is there. Outstanding salaries. So two salaries, write the amount in inner column. Then add outstanding salary. How much? 200. So write the amount in amount column. Next, to trading expenses means to trade expenses. Manufacturing expenses comes under profit and loss account. Sorry, manufacturing expenses comes under trading account. Trade expenses comes under profit and loss account. 200. And the next step, advertisement. To advertisement, there is no adjustment. 240. To taxes and insurance. To taxes and insurance. How much? 430. But one adjustment is there. You have to deduct prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance. 100. So 330. And the next one you have to calculate to depreciation. Depreciation. To what? To buildings. So buildings 22,000 ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್. ಬಿಲ್ಡಿಂಗ್ ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ 22,000. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟಂತೆ 5%. ಸೊ 22,000 ಇಂಟು 5/100 ಅಮೌಂಟ್ 1100. 22,000 ಅನ್ನೇ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಬರೆಯೋದಲ್ಲ, ನೀವು ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಎಷ್ಟು ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ. ಸೊ ಆ ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆನ್ಸಸ್ ಸೈಡ್. And the next one is what? To provision, PDD, provision for doubtful debt at 5%. Provision, always provision will be calculated on debtors value, debtors amount. See the debtors amount. Once again na ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, provision ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದು debtors ಮೇಲೆ. provision for doubtful debts ಅಂತ ಇದ್ರೆ debtors amount ಮೇಲೆ provision ಅನ್ನ ಕ್ಯಾಲ್ಕುಲೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Here debtors value shows 6,500. ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ 5% provision. 6,500 into 5/100, what is the value? 325. 325. This is what provision should record under the debit side of the profit and loss account. The next step is come to credit side. Whether you just check once whether you recorded all the expenses and revenue items properly or not. Here one item you left, that is by interest. ನಾನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಕಾಲಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ರೆ ಅದು ರಿಸಿಪ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ ಅರ್ಥ, ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ 650 ಇಂಟ್ರೆಸ್ಟ್ ರಿಸೀವ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಯು ಕವರ್ಡ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಸಿ ದ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ಕ್ಲೋಸಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಿದಿರಿ, ಪ್ರೀಪೇಯ್ಡ್ ನೋಡಿದಿರಿ, ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಡಿಪ್ರಿಸಿಯೇಷನ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಪ್ರೊವಿಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ PDD ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಯು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡೆಡ್. ಸೊ ನಾವ್ ಯು ಒಂದ್ ಸಲ ಎಲ್ಲವನ್ನ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ ಸಲ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾವ್ totaling greater amount on both side. So 12,920 is a greater amount. Your sales is greater than, means your income is greater than your expense. 12,920. Then now 950. Now you will get the amount. That amount is called as what? Yes, to net profit. In bracket what you should write? This amount is transferred to capital account. Transferred to capital account. What is the amount? Difference amount. Just use calculator now. 12,950 minus 325, 1,100, 330, 240, 200 till 1,000. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಅಬೌಟ್ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಅಗೈನ್ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ನೀವು ಇದನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ, ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬೇಕಿರೋದು ಏನು? ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್. ಸೊ ನೆಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಫೈನಲೈಸ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರಾಸ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಡೆಬಿಟ್ ಸೈಡ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅನ್ನ ಡಿಡಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ? ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಇಂದ. ಸೊ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ ಒಂದು ಅಮೌಂಟ್, ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ 9,725. Correct, right? This amount is transferred to the balance sheet liability side. When calculating capital, we should add to that amount. So this is what trading account and a profit and loss account. Next concept, preparation of balance sheet. Balance sheet as on March 31st, 2016. Right? Fill the columns. Liabilities, amount in amount column, rupees. Assets, amount in rupees. Okay. So first now see the format of balance sheet, which is already discussed in the previous classes. Capital 30,000. Capital first trial balance first information. See, trial balance first information, capital, credit column shows 30,000. So next step we have to add. What we should add? Yes, net profit. ನಮಗೆ ಈಗಷ್ಟೇ net profit ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ. ಎಷ್ಟು ಸಿಕ್ಕಿದೆ? 9,725. So add ಮಾಡಿ 30,925 39,725. Correct? Next what we should do? Yes, according to the format we should deduct drawings amount. Drawings 1760. ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ drawings information? Yes, trial balance debit column 1760. So write the amount in amount column 37,965. Next creditors. ಏನೆಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಾನ್ಸಾಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಟ್ರಯಲ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸಿನ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿಲ್ವೋ, ಯಾವುದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಅಸೆಟ್ ಲಯಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೋ, ದಟ್ ಐಟಮ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ದೀಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಶೀಟ್. ಸೊ 1200. Just you should check again the adjustments. Is there any adjustment to these transactions, means to these informations or not? 700. Next buildings, asset ali buildings. Buildings one adjustment is there, you have to deduct depreciation. So write amount in inner column less depreciation. Less depreciation 1,100. 22,000, 1,100, 20,900. Next debtors 6,500 value, you have to deduct PDD which is already calculated. PDD 325. Amount in amount column. Dear student, this is very important concept. Just concentrate carefully. Cash at bank, just very simple. You should know the format to solve this sum. 1,200. Bills receivable. Bills receivable 1,500. Cash in hand 190. Closing stock. See, closing stock, ಎಲ್ಲಿದೆ information? Adjustment. Next, prepaid insurance. Prepaid insurance 100. See, once adjustment stock we considered. ನಾ ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಅಡ್ಜಸ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ಗಳು 2 ಸಲ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿರಬೇಕು, ಒಂದು ಸಲ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಸ್ಟಾಕ್ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ಡ್. Insurance prepaid, yes. Outstanding salaries, yes, we left outstanding salaries. Outstanding salaries is what? Liability. So write under liability side direct amount 200. Depreciation building, provide PDD. We deducted that PDD amount from the debtors value. So now we covered we recorded all the transactions, all the items in the balance sheet, profit and loss account and trading account. Now you should total it. You know both sides should show the equal value. Asset side must equal to the liability side of the balance sheet. So 37,965 plus 1,200 plus 700 plus 200. You will get 40,065. 40,065. Let's see the asset side. 20,900 plus 6,175 plus 1,200 plus 1,500 plus 190 plus 10,000 plus 100. 40,065. Now ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಲಾಸ್ ಅಕೌಂಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಯು calculated accurate net profit and gross profit, so that's why you will get the tallied amount on both sides of the balance sheet. So in this way we can prepare trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. This is what the very important question and very interesting concept, and this question carries 12 marks. I hope you understood how to solve the sum relates to the preparation of trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Thank you for watching this class.
Don't forget to like our video and subscribe our YouTube channel for all the updates.